Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Kent, the Garden of England, and welcome to the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship. We are here today. We're now into the second half of the season, and coming up tonight, we will have 4 races in the Mazda MX-5 rounds. 16, 17, 18 and 19. In fact, I'll lie, those are the wrong rounds. We'll tell you in a second. But yeah, Adam Bath here with iRacing World Championship driver Alex Simpson. And Alex, we're here for rounds 29, 30, 31 and 32 today at Brands Hatch. And back to one of the best known tracks in Great Britain, really. Brilliant track.
Yeah, hello everybody, welcome. Good to be here. Well, you got it closer than me last week, Adam. What did I say? It was like round 6 or something. So few miles. So, yeah, but like you say, getting into the business end of the season now, points are going to start to really matter. And yeah, it's going to be interesting just to see that run in for the last few races. But yeah, Brands Hatch, fantastic circuit, GP layout today, so not just the tiny little Indy. So it does open it up a little bit more for overtaking, but it's still quite a short track, and you know, it is tough to pass. But I have to feel in the MX-5 they should be able to get some good moves done. So I'm looking forward to some good racing tonight.
Yeah, we'll have Andrew Woodhouse also in the comms box hopefully later on. I was commentating on the MX-5 Cup Series, which was running here Sunday night. And yeah, there was some brilliant racing there across the 3 races. The track did seem to allow some overtaking, especially through the second half of the lap through Westfield's, Sheen Curve and Stirling's through to Clearways. That'll be definitely an area of the track to watch as the 4 races unfold tonight. Looking at the championship standings then, after 28 of 48 races, Kip Stevens leads the way. Amazing his consistency. I don't even know he's been able to take a win yet this season, but he's still at the top. 104 points ahead of Andreas Katz in second for Apex Racing. Momo Racing's Dan Hunt's in third. Then it's the highest, the AM drivers, Roy Verke in fourth, with Vaughan Murray chasing him in fifth. Then Chepelevsky in sixth place. Stallion seems to do well, but seems to lack the consistency. Max Wright in 7th, Richard Gore 8th, and 9th is John Roberts, and Jack McIntyre for Alphalatech rounding up the top 10, joint 10th in fact, with Andy Shield for CQR Club. In the AM standings, Roy Verke leading Lorne Murray by 28 points, then Max Wright 3rd, John Roberts 4th, Mark Woodhouse in 5th, Cesario Rizzo 6th, Forster Matern in 7th, 8th Steve Richardson, 9th Rob Graham, and 10th is Scott Malcolm. And in the Teams Championship, 663 points is Apex Racing's lead. Untouchable, really, there at the moment. Momo Racing in 2nd, 3rd ProSim, 4th Boosted, 5th Automech Ben, Lemmings Racing 6th, Automech 7th, Alphalatech 8th, Simpson Racing 9th, CQR Club in 10th place with CQR S-Line 11th, and Engineer Direct in 12th.
What a mate. Yeah, interesting championship, really. Still anyone's game, I think, when it comes to the Drivers' Championship. So, I think, as we've seen as well, the points can switch around very, very quickly. A couple of DNFs, and yeah, all of a sudden you can be by a long way to trailing quite dramatically.
And it also highlights how topsy-turvy the drivers are compared to the Teams Championship, of course, Alex, because ProSim's Kip Stevens, he's leading the way in the championship, but his teammate, Steve Richardson, down in 19th place, whilst Apex Racing, you've got cars like Andreas Katz inside the top 10 along with Stallion Chepelevsky. You've got Richard Gore also inside the top 10 along with Nathan Davis in 12th place too. So, and also let's not rule out Wojciech Savidovic, who was an Apex driver, inside the top 20. So yeah, you've got to be in it to win it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I'm not going to shy away. Happy to see how the teams do in this series as well. It's a bit of a a bit of a sort of a warm up for the next, or the 2017 Pro Series, isn't it? So that'll be yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Still in the Kia. No change. There was obviously some talk about potentially changing it to the Porsche, but that's not going to happen. So from what I'm hearing, most of the people that were asked about it said that actually they'd prefer to stick it with the Kia. So good to see. But yeah, maybe something in the pipeline with the Porsche. Can't announce anything yet because I haven't spoken to you or Woody yet. So
well, Well, yeah, I presume the Kia probably would provide better touring car style racing, of course,
Definitely.
because yeah, being front wheel drive, we don't want cars spinning around every slightest bit of contact. We've got the writing on the wall, though, Alex, for a brilliant race meeting. Just looking at the times in qualifying, you can see Ash Sutton, Jack Sears Trophy winner in the British Touring Car Championship. He's lining up alongside Wojciech Savinovic, so we could have one of the old sparring duos back racing here at Brands Hatch.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. See how this race pans out. You want to take us through that grid?
Okay, then, Wojciech Savinovic then qualifies on pole position for the opening race of the day. Savinovic in 17th in the championship. Obviously, he hasn't done all the races, but I would like to get a win there. Ash Sutton starting in second place. With Dan Hunt in third, Alex Loritz in fourth, Andreas Katz in fifth, second in the championship, of course. Alex Walensky starting second with Dries Nice in seventh, Christian Rose eighth, Richard Gore ninth, and Andy Scheel rounding out the top 10. 11th is Ben Hackerson, 12th Jack McIntyre, Nathan Davis starting in 13th place, 14th Lorne Murray, Ashley Bakehood in 15th, Stedin Shepelevsky in 16th place. He's going to have to work his way through the field in the opening race of the day. Behind him is our championship leader, Kip Stevens, starting in 17th place. King of consistency at the moment is Kip. Lewis Bibby starting in 18th, Steve Heppard 19th, and 20th Scott Malcolm. Diogo Melrose starting in 21st with Josh Fraser in 22nd, Lee Berridge 23rd, Nick McCarron 24th, Rob Graham 25th with Max Wright starting in 26th place. 27th Mark Woodhouse didn't set a time in practice, so considering that implies that he's had little practice around this track, 27th place isn't too bad. 28th Jamie Ayres, John Roberts 29th, Pete Newman 30th, Gareth Hickling 31st, 32nd Peter Van Gool, Steve Richardson 33rd, Stuart Atkinson 34th, 35th Joe McDonald, 36th Simon Roden, Lee Balmer 37th, and then the cars that didn't set a time in qualifying, most likely due to penalties picked up from previous rounds. Simon Field in 38th, Roy Verberke 39th, Stefan Hoogan 40th, and starting in 41st place is Michael Blake. Say what, Alex, it's going to be hard to pick between Savinovic and Sutton, but I'm going to ask you anyway, who's going to win the opening race?
That is a tough one. Savinovic so strong. Sutton also very, very strong. I have to feel that this is probably going to fit Ash a little bit better. Obviously, his real-world experience could come into play here.
Highlights our impartiality here on Apex Racing TV, of course. There, Alex Simpson picking Ash Sutton there for the win. I have to say I might agree with you there, but we'll see what Savinovic can do. Qualifying times was only less than a tenth of a second between Savinovic and Sutton. Sutton was fastest in practice as well. We're about to find out then. Lights are on for the opening race of the day.
Green, green, green.
Green lights on and we're away now. Savinovic lights up the rear tyres away from the line. Will Sutton fancy his chances going into the first corner? He might be under pressure from Dan Hunt if he's not too careful into turn one. Early morning conditions. Lauritsen versus Hunt. Lauritsen round the outside of Paddock Hill Bend, and he has taken that third spot away from Dan Hunt and has covered the inside off nicely there going into Druids Bend. And yeah, good start from him. Also good start from Dries Nice. He's up to sixth place.
Further back, who's that? Just it's Kip Stevens. You were saying about his consistency in turn two. Adam, you've cursed him already.
And I might have I don't think I cursed him, but Steve Hefford and Josh Fraser also eliminated in the early going. Steve Hefford back to the pits. The damage for him on the opening lap of the race. Jack McIntyre and Andy Scheel also changing positions there side by side going through Surtees. And now we're heading down Pilgrim's Drop towards Hawthorne Bend, and they just sort each other out there. Scheel ahead of McIntyre. Now Nathan Davis also on the prowl too. He's an Apex Racing driver. Hawthorne's Bend then. Is he going to try around the outside car 38? That is brave. And he's right alongside, and he's been given the space. Going into Westfields, he might have it, Alex. And he has.
Yeah, sweeps across, takes the position, so brave move. McIntyre tried to hold it. We are seeing a move here as well. Sutton, side by side. Wojciech will have the inside. He takes the position. Oh, he's very sideways, holds onto the car, but Sutton will get by far the best run.
I don't think there was any contact there between Sutton and Savinovic. Looks like Savinovic just lost it on the curbs on the opening lap of the race. So,
yeah, I think
and also, yeah, through Lauritsen and Savinovic down to third place with Katz and Hunt now going side by side down the front straight.
Yeah, Katz just tucked in behind Wojciech here. Can't really go anywhere, sort of boxed in to the left of him. He's got Hunt. Got to try and maintain that going into Druids. going to do? Hunt coming across his nose there just a little bit on the way in. And needed to, because now he's got the high ground. He's got the inside for Graham Hill Bend, and he picks up that place. So yeah, Hunt up to fourth, Cat's down to fifth, and it would appear that I think Andy Shields and Nathan Davis are side by side as well. So Davis trying to pick up another spot right here.
Oh, round the outside of Surtees. Tremendous grip for Nathan Davis's car. As we head down the Pilgrim's Drop on lap 2, 10-lap race. You can also see the apex car there of car 52. That's Stelian Chapalevsky. He's had a good start at 5 positions. Make that 6 as he tries to get past Andy Shield into Hawthorns. And that is him through, yeah. So Stelian Chapalevsky through. Oh, maybe not. He's sideways on the exit going into Westfields. This might allow Shield back up the inside, actually, and it does. Shows you how quick things can change here in this car and in this championship. And yeah, Savidovic, now he's got to do it all again to get by. This is a battle over 10th and 11th.
Dan Hunt getting closer to, Cat's getting closer to Dan Hunt as well. Michael Blake probably with a problem. Seeing him dropping down the timing screens right now. What's going on here? So somebody off, that is Diego Melro. Just a little bit wide, seems to have saved the car, but has dropped himself down into 21st place.
Battle for the lead is on. Here comes Lauritsen trying to get past Ash Sutton. We do have an incident limit of 11. I wouldn't be too surprised, Alex, if Michael Blake might have found himself disqualified. Steve Hefford also into the pits for the second time today. And Lee Berridge is now dropping down the timing screens. What's happened to Lee?
Oh, he's around as well.
Oh, in Paddock Hill
somebody
Bend.
else has gone around as well into, I think that might have been Stuart Atkinson, just trying to avoid him, I think. Put himself all out of shape. So easy to do when you're on the limit. Somebody does that, you just brake again a little heavily. The back end gets light. Around they come.
Oh my word! We've had two of our top guys taken out. Alex, it's Andreas Katz and Dan Hunt. These guys were in third and fourth at the start of the lap. What's happened here? Dan Hunt going through Graham Hill Bend. What's Andreas Katz done? He gets out wide. Oh my word! Nothing Dan Hunt could do about that. And that is both Andreas Katz and Dan Hunt out of the race.
Yeah, we're just going to take a little look at this back on replay. Exactly what happened there. Just using too much of the runoff area, like you say. Hunt, innocent victim there. Cat's wiping him out. Andy
Shield also has had a crash. He's got back going again. He was in 10th at the start of the lap. Lost it on his own going through Hawthorns. And yeah, he's now dropped down the order to what is about 28th place. Back at the front though, looking pretty exciting. Top 3. Those positions will change on screen. There we go. The clock catches up. But yeah, great little trio here. 3.8 seconds clear of Dries Nice, so they can afford to go at it a little bit, which is what we want to see. Oh, this is interesting.
Rose, sorry, side by side with Dries right now, and a love loss there as they try to jockey for position. Richard Gore wanting to get past as well. Nathan Davis just tucked in behind him. Chepalevsky has got and cleared McIntyre now as well. We can just see that in the background. But Davis up the inside of Gore. Is a man on a mission at the moment. Is Nathan Davis slicing through the pack? We saw how good he was at the Nordschleife earlier in the season, and yeah, Nathan Davis seems to be on fire again here. Metaphorically, of course, not literally. Yeah, but he's up to 6th place, and now he's now going to try and chase after Christian Rose and Dries Nice. And really, with the race being so short here, that's probably as far as his progress will get. However, he has gained 7 positions so far. Davidovic though, Alex. Oh, as Lauritsen's off. Lauritsen off into the wall. The man from 2nd place. Has hit the wall. Not too damaged though. Not too much damage, and he's only lost really 2 places out of all that. Yeah, it might be if the car is not too severely damaged, no suspension damage there. He might be able to continue and still sort of get top 5 here. Let's have a little look at. He just caught the grass on braking. Did everything he could to save it. The car snapped back on him, and yeah, that's the kicker when that happens. But you're right. Let's just see. We're on board. Does he tracking straight? The car was tracking straight, so I think he's going to be okay there. Got away with that one a little bit. Oh, Nathan Davis trying to go around the outside of car 52. That's Stelian Chepalevsky, and also car 43 and Richard Gore. Oh no!
Who's that off? That was Christian Rose. Now that was a big shunt. What happened there? Oh,
Gore's off as well, so...
Oh my... Yeah, well, looking on the replay, Alex, Christian Rose going through. The car was already out of shape. Couldn't rescue it on the exit of Paddock Hill Bend in the compression on the exit of the corner, and bounced back into the middle of the field. And not really much those drivers could do about that.
Trying to find Christian. There we go. Let's get this replay up on screen. What the replay graphic is doing tonight, but it doesn't seem to be working. Let's go back over.
I think also in that mix-up, Alex Lauritsen got disqualified. He gave the slightest touch to Christian Rose, and I think that would have given him a 4X. And yeah, that's Lauritsen's race run.
Yeah, just got, like you say, just got himself all out of shape. Ah, wow. What can you do? I mean, he'll be gutted that has happened. Everybody else involved in it as well. It's just nothing you can do in that situation. But yeah, wiped out Gore and Davis. They've retired as well.
Leaves Sutton and Savirovic at the front, separated by 4/10 of a second as they come across the line. Just under 5 laps to go, past the halfway point in the race. Dries Nice on his own now in third, and he was coming under pressure from quite a few guys just a lap ago. He'll be quite happy about that. Stelian Chepelevsky now in 4th place with Jack McIntyre 5th. 6th is Ben Hackerson up 5 positions. Then it's Alex Smolensky. Lewis Bibby up 10 positions. He's got Diogo Melro behind him. That could be an interesting battle to watch the next few laps. Also, Rob Graham and Pete Newman are exchanging positions there. Pete Newman up 19 positions from the start. And now Pete Newman's going to try and go around the outside going into Graham Hill Bend. As I don't think about it, nice 2-car battles throughout the top 10 now, Alex.
Yeah, Stefan Hoog as well, and Jamie Ayres, they're very, very close, 1/10 of a second. Let's just take a quick look at that as Hoog's making a play for what will be 14th place up the inside and through and clear, and now there's a battle just ahead as well. Max Wright and Ashley Blake Hood going at it.
And just in front of them, Newman v Graham going into Hawthorns. Round the outside goes Newman. He's trying to gain 20 positions here. Into Westfield Bend, Graham has enough to keep the car ahead. And just in front of them, Diogo Melro is looking up the inside going into Sheen Curve. Will he have the position? Oh, that is close, and out of shape again is the car of Lewis Bibby. Bibby back up the inside. Round the outside goes Diogo Melro, and this will put him in prime position for Clearways, the final corner. And it looks like Diogo Melro has got the place, so that is him through into 8th position now. Lewis Bibby down to 9th.
Yep, good overtake. Another issue for Lee Balmer as well, dropping down the order, so involved in something and retired that last lap.
Quite a few cars out in this opening race. We don't often see these many collisions, but yeah, we're definitely seeing it in the opening race today. Maybe this is going to set the trend for the rest of the evening. McIntyre versus Stelian Chepelevsky now. McIntyre was able to get by on the last lap, taking a lot of the outside grass going into Graham Hill Bend. There, Jack McIntyre trying to do the Alex Simpson line there, as wide as possible entry going in. And of course it pays off, Alex, because he gets a good exit and is able to keep Chepelevsky at bay.
Yeah, as long as you don't lock the rears up or anything like that, go too far onto the grass on the way in, you're okay. And yeah, like you say, you can carry an awful lot of speed off of that. So,
of course, the iRacing services are quite generous to the drivers. You can use quite a lot of the runoff area on the exit of that corner as well.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not penalised quite like it is in real life there, because talking to the likes of George Tregurtha and Graham Carroll, they say that they get picked up on that pretty regularly when they go out and try and run wide there. So track officials at the venue are don't let it slide. So surprised it doesn't get adjusted.
Yeah, you always see that in the British Touring Car Championship. The organisers, as we've lost Rob Graham, he's lost it in Sheen Curve. Another tricky spot that we were talking about at the beginning of the show.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was not the way to rejoin. Sorry, Rob. I don't know who you just took out there as well, but
let's have a look.
It just needed him to back up, put it in reverse gear, and join the circuit at less than 90-degree angle. You know. Sorry, Rob. Pretty straightforward stuff there, mate. Just.
Fortunately for Gareth Hickling, it doesn't look too bad. And at least it didn't cause him to go off into the wall. But yeah, Gareth Hickling bearing the brunt of Rob Graham's poor rejoin there.
Yeah, I'll get a penalty for that. I'm pretty sure I'll get appealed, protested. I'm sure. Yeah, the officials. That's pretty slam dunk. one of the ones that won't even get appealed.
2.5 laps to go then here in the opening race of the day, and plenty of talking points from the first race. Ash Sutton then leading Wojciech Savidovic. Sutton, of course, started second on the grid. Was able to take the lead after Savidovic made a mistake going through Sterling's bend on the opening lap, and has been able to control matters at the front for the moment at least. 3/10 of a second as Savidovic puts two wheels into the grass. Going through Sheen Curve, still able to survive though. And I wonder if that battle will be going down right to the final lap. Dries Nice still in third on his own. Then it is Jack McIntyre still getting hounded by Stalin Chapalevsky in 4th and 5th. Going into Sterling's they go now. Very close between those guys, and then running out the top 10 we've got Hackerson, Smolenski, Melro, who still hasn't been able to shake off Bibby, and then Pete Newman, Ashley Blake-Cood and Stefan Hoog. Hoog gaining 28 positions in this opening race of the day.
Yeah, of course. Didn't put a qualifying lap in, did he? So, we know how quick he is. He's won races in this series, so yeah, looking like our best driver.
It was in this race meet. It was at this racetrack a couple of years ago where Stefan Hoog's BSR TC Championship hunt ended. Now he's trying to go around the outside of Ashley Blake-Cood. Savidovic, the champion on that occasion. His first BSR TC title, of course, the reigning BSR TC champion. Picked up his second title last season after a mammoth 131 races. And they'll be going for number 3, joining an all-star lineup at Apex Racing, of course. McIntyre now gets a good run on the exit. Stalin Chapalevsky had got by, but McIntyre wants that 4th position back going down Pilgrim's Drop here on the penultimate lap. And I think Alex, he's got the straight line speed. He might be able to get just clear going into Hawthorns, but it's going to be close.
And not entirely clear. Where are our leaders? Still 4/10 separating them. Nothing to worry about. Hackerson very close.
Chapalevsky might be about to lose out here to, that is Ben Hackerson. Hackerson going to turn in around the outside, and that is a brilliant move. Off is Smolensky though. Alex Smolensky, 7th place, loses the car. Please see him. Sutton about to start the final lap then.
I'll get myself, getting ahead of myself there.
Oh, it was like me the other week thinking that we were on the final lap of the race with the clock ticking down. But yeah, we're on the final lap of the race now then. Alex Smolensky only dropped down to 12th place after that spin. They're going through Sheen Curve, but Savidovic, he's timed his late surge here. Sutton having to get on the defensive straight away. Last time around, Savidovic was 2.5 attempts quicker than Ash Sutton, and who's raced around this track in the British Touring Car Championship. Hopes to be on the grid again this season. Gets a good run on the Exeter 30s there, and he's lining him up down Pilgrim's Drop here now. Alex going into Hawthorns. Could be a final exciting half a lap. Here we go then. Yep. Into, he's going to turn it in, isn't he? Sutton, oh no, oh no. And that is the end of Sutton, and that's the end of both of them. So Dries nice then. Yeah. It's time to shine, going through going through Hawthorns. You've now taken the lead.
Oh dear. Yeah, well, what can you say? Just, go for a move like with no 4Xs left, defend that hard, knowing that if there's a little bit of contact that you're done. So, yeah, both drivers probably should have give there. Well, both wrong in the end then, Adam.
Yeah, we should have sounded more surprised, really. Yeah, maybe in the edit we'll overdo it. But yeah, Sutton and Savidovic both out. We'll do some proper Will Vincent shouting, I assure you. Going through the final corner then. Dries nice, here you go. Don't think you'll have earned a better victory through the final corner. And there you go. You've got to lead the final lap. That's what it is. And Dries nice takes the win in the opening race of the day here in the British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship. Second place will go to Jack McIntyre. Third for Ben Hackerson. So he gets a podium in the end. Shows you how important that battle was with Stalin Shepelevsky. Diogo Melro will come across the line to take 5th place. Lewis Bibby 6th. Stefan Hug will get 7th place in the end. 33 positions gained. 8th Pete Newman. 9th Ashley Blakehood, and rounding out the top 10. It's Alex Smolensky.
Oh, his G's nice then. I'd have weaved on that straight like it's just like, yeah! Screw you fellas, I just won that.
Beating the likes of,
nothing better than being gifted a race like that right on the last lap. Awesome. Yeah, I think I think there was an element of why are we not surprised there was a little bit of contact there on the final lap when the move happened. I expected there to be a little rubbing, but I suppose the disqualification was a bit of a shock.
Yeah, definitely. Well, at least it's made our next 3 races exciting, because those 2 are going to be starting at the back of the grid. In fact, will they be classified as 1 lap down? Which will be the question.
Well,
We're
they're
still
disqualified, aren't they? So they won't even be.
They won't be in contention. We've got waiting for Kip Stevens to come across the line, the championship leader. He's, at least, unlike Savinovich and Sutton, he's still running at the end. And Savinovich and Sutton in the chat are just discussing whose fault it was, actually. A portion blame, Alex?
Looks like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, to be honest. Let me see if I can go and find it very, very quickly.
Could be the question. It could be the case of those 2 just getting stuck together. Yeah, Ben Hackerson just echoing the statement there. A tad of net code between those 2, between Savinovich and Sutton. See what happened then. Right, heading into Hawthorns. Going around the outside is Savinovich.
Bit of a white flag and do it that way.
Okay.
Weird way of having to do it, but we'll get there, I think.
Just from just me looking at it before we get there, Alex, it looks like Sutton hits the inside curb at Hawthorns, which makes the car step out a bit. And Savinovich was very unfortunate to hit him. I put that down to a racing incident.
I'm not sure what's going on here. I can't get the replay back. It's going all over the shot. Because the camera tools just do not work.
But yeah, from what I've seen anyway, it looks like Sutton's car hits the inside curb, and that makes the car step out, and Wojciech Savinovich just sends him flying off into the wall. And it shows you how close the drivers are running with the incident points around here, because quite a few drivers did face the disqualification in this race. Rob Graham got disqualified along with Pete Newman. Newman got disqualified late on then. Ash Sutton disqualified. And along with Nick McCarron, Alex Lauritsen, Wojciech Savinovich, and Alex Smolensky got disqualified after the checkered flag. So he should still get his points. But yeah, we're running through the finishing order of what is fair to say one of the most dramatic first races we've seen in quite some time. Dries, nice, well done. You take the race victory. Chad McIntyre finishing 2nd. 3rd for Ben Hackerson. Stain Chapelewski finishing in 4th. 5th for Diogo Melrose. 6th Lewis Bibby. Stefan Hug finishing in 7th place after starting in 40th. 8th Pete Newman. 9th Ashley Blakehood. And 10th Alex Smolensky. Max Wright finishing in 11th. 12th Jamie Ayres. Scott Malcolm finishing in 13th. Peter Van Gool finishing in 14th place. Lee Berridge 15th. 16th John Roberts. Roy Ververke 17th. 18th Gareth Hickling. 19th Lord Murray. And 20th Steve Richardson. 21st for Andy Shield. 22nd Simon Roden. 23rd Mark Woodhouse. 24th Joe McDonald. 25th Kip Stevens. And in the cars 1 lap down or more, Ash Sutton, Wojciech Savinovich, Nick McCarron. I believe all 3 of those guys got disqualified. So the pole position, if we get a full, I think it'll be Kip Stevens who gets the reverse grid pole. 3 laps down, Michael Blake in 29th place. Rob Graham 4 laps down. This genuinely is like reading a race 4 results sheet here. Rob Graham 4 laps down. Lee Balmer 5 laps down. Christian Rose 32nd, 6 laps down. Lauritsen 33rd. Richard Gore 34th. Nathan Davis also out. Simon Field out early on as well. Stuart Atkinson, Dan Hunt, Andreas Katz, Steve Hefford and Josh Fraser in 41st. Quite a lot of MX-5s on the scrap heap, Alex.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, There's a lot of accidents in that one as well. Some great racing all round as well. Some unfortunateness at the end there.
We'll see what happens in the second race. Let's get the reverse grid then going for race 2, race 30 of the championship. And yeah, Alex, let's get the reverse grid Wheel of Fortune out.
We're going to have to frantically rush to get this one. Yes, it's not coming up again. That's always ill. Try again, see if it'll crash the system like last time. No, it didn't. Whee. Again, another new wheel for us. Thank you, Ashley, for locking that one up on the quick. Here we go then, first time tonight. Wheel of Fortune. Where will it land? Like it might be a full. Oh no! No, 22nd. Just ticks over the 22nd.
But it's pole position for Simon Roden. Andy Shield will start second. He was able to carry on after he hit the wall early on. Third will be Steve Richardson. Fourth, Lord Murray. Gav Hickling will be starting in 5th place on the grid. Interesting reverse grid there. Well, we'll be stepping aside for just a few moments here on Apex Racing TV, but do stick with us because yeah, you won't want to miss the next 3 races which we've got coming up on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. So yeah, make sure you join us after the break when we're going to be on the grid for the second race of the day here in the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship Winter Series.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race. So you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be into stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. We're still catching our breath over what happened in the final lap of that first race of the day, and I wonder what will be in store for race 2, which we've got coming up in just a few moments. As I'm back here again with iRacing World Championship driver Alex Simpson. Well, we couldn't really believe it at the time, but yeah, great win by Dries. Nice.
Yeah, it was. Didn't really put a foot wrong. Obviously, the two getting disqualified. Yeah, I think we're just a little bit shocked, or not shocked, whatever it was. But yeah, half a lap left to go, and 1-2 disappear. So these things happen in racing, of course. And yeah, well, they've got the tall order, of course, 40 cars that that's on the grid, so they've got a long way to work their way back forward.
22 cars reversed for the second race of the day. That will put Simon Roden onto pole position. And yeah, as Alex was just saying, we're going to be watching with interest to see how the rest of them can work their way through the field. Just under a minute to go in the warm-up session. And Kip Stevens, Alex, he nearly was in contention for the reverse grid pole. Once again showing his consistency. You just need to finish the races. He was able to come through and it might have been like a 28th place finish, but still getting the points on the board.
That's the thing, he still got the points. Critical, he was involved in that early crash, of course, down at Druids. Got picked up the damage from the car there, but managed, made sure that he just limped it home really, and got the points. That's critical for the way the structure is. Better to get that than nothing.
What do you think of the racing that we've seen so far in the Mazda MX-5s? We've been so used to watching the Kia action over the last few years in the BSR TC, but do you think the Mazdas stood up to it in the BSR TC this season?
We've had some great racing. I'll stand by my statement I said towards the end of last season's BSR Pro Series, and that is that the Kia supplies the best racing action on the service, even if it's not the nicest car to drive. The racing, fantastic. So been great in the MX-5, but I think always these slightly lower powered cars, always make for some great racing. Like a point in case, like the Skippy, for example. Fantastic racing in the Skippy. The Formula Renault, some awesome racing in that currently on the in the Formula Renault series.
Down to the grid then, 20 seconds to go. Simon Roden starting on the pole position then. Second is Andy Shield, third Lorne Murray, fourth Gareth Hickling, fifth Roy Verke, sixth John Roberts, seventh Lee Berridge, eighth Peter Van Gool, ninth Scott Malcolm, 10th Jamie Ayres, 11th Max Wright, 12th Alex Malensky, Ashley Baker 13th, Pete Newman 14th, Stefan Hook 15th, 16th Lewis Bibby, 17th Diogo Mera, 18th Sony Chepolewski, 19th Ben Hackerson, and 20th Jack McIntyre. As the green light comes on and we're away. Good start away from the line by Simon Roden. We'll see if Andy Shields able to do anything about the lead going into Paddock Hill Bend. He's alongside and he's going to turn in. Warmer conditions, of course, so there will be grip out there. And Andy Shield has taken the lead. Simon Roden might be about to lose second place as well. Lorne Murray in his Automech car looks like he's already taken second place away going into Druids, and indeed he has. Back. Oh yeah, big one.
I think McCarran involved in that, a few others, but yeah, can happen down there with the just sort of presses down. It looks like McCarran's car's done, that Lego car. Simon Field also caught in it. Michael Blake, Steve Efford, I think.
Simon Field. Oh dear, someone got absolutely done in. Ash Sutton.
Dan Hunt as well.
Wonder how much damage Ash Sutton's got to his car. Of course, was involved in that crash on the final lap of the race. He's down in 36th place. Andy Shield then leads going down Pilgrim's Drop. Simon Roden looks like he's about to lose another position to Roy Verke. Also Mech Assault going on here. Oh dear, where's Roden? Roden's on the grass going through the X of Hawthorns. He's
just trying to stay out of the way, I think, looking at Simon. Just doesn't want to get involved in it. There's a man who wished he hadn't been reversed onto pole position.
Can be a daunting task being on reverse grid pole. Oh, there's behind him, that was car 30. That was Lewis Bibby getting a right shove. Oh, and he nearly loses the car, doesn't he? Going into Stirling's. Behind Simon Roden, Diogo Mera was also going at it with Stefan Hoog. Going into Clearways. Nearly 3 wide going into the final corner. Roden still up the inside. Melrose around the outside. That is Melrose through. And that is him up into, I believe, 16th place. Oh, here, contact.
Yeah, I'm hearing contact. I think, sure.
Not anyone at the front. I'm hearing it again still. I wonder if it's cars in the pits.
Very, very close. Going down paddock, right there. 2 abreast, probably 7 or 8 deep there.
Oh, here it again. Who's... yeah. Non-stop it.
It's just... Oh, who's that losing it? Is that Nice?
It's our winner. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
our winner, Dries Nice. He's going to get going again. It doesn't look like too much damage to his Mazda MX-5. Yeah, for problems for Dries Nice, our race one winner. He's now down the order. He's in 35th now.
McIntyre running wide, gets hit, gets collected. I'm not sure who that was. I think that might have been Savidovic, who's already been disqualified by the looks of that. Just disappeared off the timing screen.
Oh.
So just goes to show there's a lot of knocking going on out there. Of course, 3 4Xs, and these guys are done.
Well, it's interesting because in the Mazda MX-5 series, which we run on Sunday nights, the incident limit's 20 there, but of course this is the Pro Series, well it's supposed to be, and an incident limit of 11. So the driver's getting caught out here around the Brands Hatch circuit. Alex Smolensky up to 4th place, had a spin late on in race 1 which put him down a few positions. He's already up to 4th, gain of 8 positions. Diogo Melro getting past Ashley Blake Hood as well, going into clearways.
Good little battle going on there between Hoog and I'm not sure who it was, Hoog and someone, but then we could see when we were on board with him, Bibby and Peter Van Gool having a little battle who we see on screen now.
Yeah, going into Paddock Hill Bend then. Start of lap 3. On the inside goes Ashley Blake Hood and Scott Malcolm. They're continuing their battle. Our leader, Alex, though, Andy Shield, is losing positions. What's happened to Andy Shield? Let's have a look. On his own, really, going into Graham Hill Bend. Loses it on entry, Alex, and is able to save the car, but he's dropped down to dropped down to 5th place as a result.
Yeah, just gonna have a little look at it back on replay. We pick it up as he's going into paddock. Not really under any pressure going into Druids. Just chop across a little bit defensively, if anything. Gets a good run out of there. So, yeah, like you say, totally on his own. No, not really any pressure or anything. Just turned in a little bit too much. Back in, got away from him. He managed to save the car. No damage, so we carry on. But yeah, rejoins in 7th.
We lost Scott Malcolm on this lap. He's got back going again. I can tell you all the cars that are in the pits. We've got Dan Hunt, Michael Blake, Rob Graham, Nick McCarron, Simon Field, and out both due to disqualifications. Once again, Ash Sutton and Wojciech Savidovic.
Costly, that first mistake could put them right in the middle of the pack, didn't it? You know, or at the back, so they're having to work through. Got collected in other people's things there, and you know, that's 2 races in a row. DNF, you know, massive points lost there. Not going to help them, either of them, for the championship. Murray on Smolensky will be a good little battle, I'm sure. Oh, does it look like Lorne Murray was just backing the car into Druids, almost like MotoGP style there, but yep, drives off the corner nicely. Smolensky, he has been quicker the last few laps as well, so I feel like if he can break the draft, then he will be able to scamper away.
Yeah, he was misbehaving a little bit at Bathurst last week, to say the least. We've lost Ashley Blake Hood. Oh dear. Looking on the replay, spins it on the exit of Graham Hill Bend, which most drivers seem to be doing in this second race. And yeah, he's the next victim of the disqualification. So yeah, Ashley Blake Hood out of the race. Josh Fraser also disqualified as well. So
Quickly into the inside, sorry.
Yeah.
Moving himself up to 4th. That's for Verke that he's having a battle with there. Verke a bit generous, and that's let Andy Shell through as well. So yeah, Andy just sees that open up and says, well, thank you very much, I'll take that.
that's battle unfolding now, actually. Andy Shield trying to get those positions back that he lost earlier on whilst leading the race. And yeah, he's got Roy Verke behind him. Then it's John Roberts. Stefan Hoog also gaining positions again in this second race. He's closely followed by Lewis Bibby. Oh, no, he's not. Lewis Bibby off into the wall. Bang! And he's out. And that's a disqualification as well.
Look, they're take a look at that one back, I think. Exactly what happened there.
Well, these Mazda MX-5s in this second race, Alex, they seem to be very happy at the rear.
They could not happy about something in the chat. So I don't know if there was some coming together with him and our leader.
Yeah, but demise for Lewis Bibby. And yeah, Alex Malensky now continues to lead by 1.8 seconds. We've just got 5.5 laps to go then. Plenty of action unfolding already in the first half of the race. Battle between Gareth Hickling and Andy Shield, that resumes, going down Pilgrim's Drop towards Hawthorns. At 5 of the race, Shield up the inside. And that is 4th place. But will Gareth Hickling try and respond on the exit? He gets a good cutback there and should have the opportunity to get the position back into Westfield. He's going to try. Shield's going to run out round the outside. This is both going to lose him time. Here comes Roy Ververke and Stefan Hoog. Hoog very quick this evening. Hoog got the inside of Ververke into Sheen Curve. And that looks like a done deal. So that is Stefan Hoog up into 6th place now. Shield still trying to desperately take about 4th place away from Gareth Hickling.
Good defence from Hickling there. Great move just to have that like little switch back, you know. So let Andy have that and then just cut back up the inside and got the run, got the car and the positioning spot on to get that place back. So, and now of course Shield's got a Hoog to worry about behind him, so that might just give Hickling a little bit of time just to, you know, scamper off a second or two up the road if these two start having a little battle.
On to lap 6 then. Stefan Hoog now fancies his chances of getting by Shield. Has a little look at the inside going into Druids, but Andy Shield wise to that move, blocking the inside line. If there are any other battles going on outside the top 10. Actually, I don't know if we might...
and Melrose, 0.2 of a second apart at the moment. Melrose having a little look. Good exit off of Graham Hill Bend. Maybe going into... is it Surtees, this one?
Yes, it is, yep.
Looks good, and Cat's trying to hold it around the outside. Of course, he'll carry the momentum all the way down the straight, and as you can see, just holds onto that one. So Melrose ducks back into the slipstream. Peter Van Gool. Sorry, go on. Where?
Yeah, it was free wide going into Hawthorns. It was John Roberts, Stelian Chepelevsky, and Jamie Ayres. They all source each other out there. Gareth Hickling losing a position to Stefan Hoog and Andy Shield. So it looks like he's had to succumb to the pressure. Up the inside goes Ververke into Sheen Curve. That might not end well. Here comes Chepelevsky, and it doesn't. Off into the wall goes Roy Ververke. Oh, and it's all kicking off again. Off goes John Roberts. Roberts getting spun. Also involved Jamie Ayres. Lauritson's got disqualified, I believe, again. Familiar faces getting disqualified, it seems, here today. And it's all kicking off in the second half of the lap.
A lot of them too. I think, you know, a couple of drivers perhaps taking some you know, liberties with the track like you can around here. It does give you some time. So, but yeah, then as soon as they're involved in something else, well, yeah, it can cause some problems. Oh, 3 wide into paddock, and who is that? We've got Chepelevsky and Hackerson side by side. Now into Druids, maybe 3 wide, a bit further back as well. Peter Van Gool, Katz, and McIntyre there as well. So just no room to breathe. Up the inside goes Katz on Van Gool. Hasn't quite got the momentum coming off the corner, but he might get it going into Surtees, and it looks like he has.
So that's Katz up into 9th place now. You can see just behind him the side-by-side action going on there. I can tell you that Stuart Atkinson, I believe, is still in the race. I was just going to read you the disqualifications. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars disqualified so far in the second race. Up the inside goes Van Gool. Round the outside goes McIntyre though, and Diogo Melro also in the mix there too. And Melro is going to try and go around the outside of Van Gool going into Westfield Bend, and he does get that done. Richard Gore's now going to try and follow him through. Up towards Sheen Curve, where we had the drama on the last lap. Chepelevsky and Ververke getting together. Round the outside goes Gore, and that is how you get it done. And Richard Gore through into 12th place. A man on the move, Alex, up 20 positions.
Yeah, wants to respond after the last race as well. Let's have a look at where Hackerson, I thought he was getting a bit of a run on Chepelevsky there. He's not. Lorne Murray, though, on Lee Berridge going into turn 1. Oh, totally different lines. That could have ended up nastily, and I think Murray just kind of got out of it a little bit to make sure that he didn't run into Berridge there.
Oh, Katz and Hackerson. Oh, Katz nearly losing the car going through paddock hill bend. This might allow Ben Hackerson to have a little look, a little sniff of a manoeuvre going into Druids. Started the lap 8 of 10, so 3 laps to go. And yeah, the battle for second place still very much alive. Lorne Murray, though, takes a poor line through Surtees, and that might allow Lee Berridge to pull away somewhat. Andy Shields still under pressure from Stefan Hoog. Hoog in 5th place now, trying to take that 4th away from Shield. Down Pilgrim's drop, Hoog's going to move to the outside. No, he's going to go to the inside. He sees the gap, and Shield can't do anything about it. And that was brilliant, brilliant positioning of the car there by Stefan Hoog. It's not over yet, though. Oh, and yes, he is through. So Stefan Hoog through into 4th place. Peter Van Goor, by the way, has just joined the list of disqualified cars just in the last few moments.
I just saw him dropping down the timing screen as well, so unfortunate for him. But yeah, we've lost a lot now.
This is only race 2. Andy Shields still not giving up on his pursuit. So Hoog up the inside, nearly contact. I thought there was going to be a touch between those two there, but they were able to hold on without hitting each other. And yeah, an interesting battle now going on for 4th place. I think that might just be enough actually for Stefan Hoog to slowly edge away from Andy Shield. Stelin Chapelevsky v Andreas Katz, 2 teammates going at it then, going through the final corner. Katz is through, and now Chapelevsky's under pressure from car 28. That's Jack McIntyre and also Ben Hackerson as we're going to go through wide down the front straight.
Yeah, something looks wrong with Katz. He just looks a little slow. Poor exit. I know it didn't help. He's got some damage on the front left, so he's definitely struggling out there a little bit right now. Yeah,
Chappie going to have to watch out here. Hackerson round the outside of the Apex Racing UK car. Chapelevsky gets a good run on the exit though. Diogo Mauro joined the party here. Jack McIntyre getting forced back a few positions. And Richard Gore also on the back of this train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. Chapelevsky seems to be struggling through the second half of the lap. We'll see. As out wide goes Diogo Mauro. That's him getting muscled back to the rear of this train. Now he's down to 12th place.
Lorne Murray doing, he's very, very close with 2 laps to go.
Oh.
Lee Berridge runs a little bit wide, well,
yeah.
A lot wide, shall we say. And yes, manages to hold on to the car. Loses a little bit of time to Berridge, so he's going to have 1 lap left at the end of this one to try and get a move done.
These guys 4 seconds behind Alex Smolensky. Lorne Murray gets a good run though through Sheen Curve. Could see a good final lap on here in the battle for 2nd and 3rd. Stefan Hoog a bit too far away, I think, to mount any sort of challenge. But if these two start squabbling around, if they both get disqualified, I don't know what incidents they're on, then yeah, Stefan Hoog could fancy his chances of getting a late podium finish here. Onto the final lap we go then. Stelin Chapelevsky comes across the line, 3.8 second lead for him. And you can see there the gap between Lorne Murray and Lee Berridge is just half a second. So Lorne Murray going to have to pull it out on the final lap.
Went Smolensky there, didn't you? But I'll let you off.
What did I say? Chapelevsky?
Yeah.
There we go.
Instant promotion for Stellion there. He'd take that right now. He's right, absolutely in the mix with Hicklin and Hackerson just behind him as well. So it's could be an interesting final lap. I think we'll stick with this P2 battle right now, though.
Oh yeah. Coming out of Surtees, Lee Berridge under pressure now. Lorne Murray, is he going to move to the outside? Can he do a move that Stefan Hoog did earlier on? No, he's going to go to the outside. Let's hope this ends better than Savidovic and Sutton from race 1. Around the outside, not enough alongside, but he might try and get the cut back on the exit of Hawthorns into Westfields. He's got the run, he might just have the overlap. Is he going to lunge it up the inside? Just not enough alongside, but now he will, Alex. Up the inside he goes. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
and into the wall goes Murray, and that's him disqualified, I believe. No, he's got back going again, but the car will be severely damaged. Meanwhile, Stefan Hoog might fancy his check. Stefan Hoog's got the podium then. He's got 3rd place. At the very best, he might take 2nd place away here. He's got a good run through Stirling's actually, going into clearways. Here he goes, to the inside. Stefan Hoog takes 2nd place going into the final corner. There you go. I said it couldn't happen, but it did.
Melrose
and Alex
disqualified.
Smolensky. Oh, Melrose been disqualified as well.
Davis disqualified.
Breeze Nice also disqualified. Alex Walensky takes the win. He hasn't been disqualified. He is the winner. Stefan Hook second. Lee Berridge will get third in the end. Andy Shield fourth. Andreas Katz gets fifth. Stelian Chapelewski sixth. Jack McIntyre seventh. Eighth, Ben Hackerson ninth. Richard Gore. And 10th isn't Lorne Murray. It is Jamie Ayres as Lorne Murray is off again. The suspension is well and truly wrecked on that Mazda MX-5. How many disqualifications did we have on that final lap? I had to look. We'll get the classified incident points. Oh dear, Lorne Murray. He cannot get that car turned. And I think he might have to call it a day. And indeed he has. So close to the end there. Oh, the position changes are just going crazy on my timing screen, Alex. So I will wait till the end. We're waiting for Stuart Atkinson to come across the line, I do believe. He's just coming across the line now. That will, I think that will be about 22nd place for him. 21st position. So a gain of 5 spots. That shows you how many cars were disqualified or had an issue on that final lap of the race. Josh Fraser is coming across the line now. He should leap up a good 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I hate
4,
to
5,
say
6.
it was all Murray's fault. Trying to get that car back. He was the one who caused all of the rest of the disqualifications there.
Oh no.
Not good at all. The car was just meandering on the track. So yeah, definitely a silly moment there. Ruined a few drivers' races. So I have some apologies to make up. Do there. I think get on the chat. Get on YouTube.
Yeah, some people off the Christmas card list already.
Get on Facebook because they'll be grabbing their pitchforks right now.
Sharpening the knives. Well, I can tell you the cars that got disqualified in this race. Nathan Davis disqualified. Savinovic, Melrose, Blake Hood, Lauritsen, Van Gool, Bibby, Sutton, Newman, Max Wright. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars getting disqualified in this race, plus the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars that suffered terminal damage and were out of the race. We're already through the finishing order then. Kip Stevens doesn't take the win. Alex Walensky takes the win. 0.8 of a second ahead of Stefan Hook, who takes second place in the final 2 corners of the race. Lee Berridge somehow gets third in the end. Andy Shield fourth. Katz getting fifth ahead of Stelian Chapelewski. Those two were lucky to avoid the Lorne Murray disaster, I believe. Jack McIntyre finishing in 7th, Ben Hackerson 8th, 9th Richard Gore, 10th Jamie Ayres, 11th Gareth Hickling, 12th Kip Stevens, 13th for Pete Newman. Kip Stevens 12th place, there you go, the king of consistency strikes again. Steve Hefford 14th, Mark Woodhouse 15th, Christian Rose 16th, Rover Verke started inside the top 5, finished in 17th. Joe McDonald 18th, 19th for Steve Richardson after starting in 40th, one of the biggest movers through the field I do believe, and 20th for John Roberts. Stuart Atkinson 21st, 22nd our pole sitter Simon Roden, 23rd Scott Malcolm, 24th Josh Fraser, then the car's 1 lap down or more. Lorne Murray, he didn't get disqualified, but he just couldn't get the car back to the pits. Diogo Maro, though, he got disqualified along with Max Wright, Nathan Davis, Dries Nice, our race 1 winner, Peter Van Gool, Alex Lauritsen, Lewis Bibby, Ashley Blake Hood, Wojciech Savinovic, Ash Sutton. And then the cars that were out on the opening lap of the race in that big contact that we had in Paddock Hill. We had Nick McCarron out, Michael Blake, Rob Graham, Simon Field, and Dan Hunt finishing in 40th place. Right then, a reverse grid time for race 3 of the day. Race 31 of the championship. God knows what's going to happen in this one. The cars are dropping out. Alex, let's spin the wheel.
Yep. For the second time tonight, 22nd of course, as it's up on screen. Get straight to it, shall we? See where we are going to end up. Be 27th, don't think it's going to even fret the full. Pretty close, but no, 27th it is indeed.
27th place goes to Max Wright. We'll see what the stewards do in terms of setting the reverse grid for this, because I haven't got an idea, because so many cars have been disqualified in this one. But yeah, Max Wright provisionally on pole position for the 3rd race of the day. Diogo Melrose 2nd, Lorne Murray 3rd, Josh Fraser 4th, and Scott Malcolm in 5th. Well, the action has definitely been on the track today. What's going to happen in race 3? Do join us after the break for race 3 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship Winter Series.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Nick Candy, what a move! Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's gonna be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. We're getting set for the third race of the day here in the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship. The Mazda MX-5s putting on quite a display, I can tell you here. This track in Kent today. Bath here alongside Alex Simpson, iRacing World Championship Grand Prix Series driver. And Alex, I don't know, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think the drivers might need to just calm down a little bit going into this third race.
Yeah, I think they do, just a tad. We've had some good racing, but also some silly mistakes and things like that. So yeah, just back it off a little bit, guys. And if you are involved in an accident, well, just think before you you rejoin the circuit.
Oh, I believe Max Rice is on a provisional pole position for this third race. We'll wait to see if that is the case. We do know that the drivers, that the stewards do not put the car that's got disqualified onto pole position. But yeah, we'll see what they do with that. But yeah, 27 cars, I believe, withdrew on the reverse grid wheel, and we'll see what happens there. We have got just under 2 minutes to go in the session. Remind you of the coverage we've got coming up this weekend on Apex Racing TV. We have got the Sim Racers Asia series, the Proto GT series. I will quickly tell you where that's heading to, but yeah, that is underway at 1 PM GMT on a Saturday afternoon. I can tell you that they're racing at, as the calendar loads, they're racing at Suzuka, so that'll be a good track to watch all the action unfold there. Then in the evening we've got the BSR Kia Cup Series, which heads to, looking at the calendar for that, we head to Lime Rock Park, I believe. No, it's no, it's not. It's Phillip Island. We head to Phillip Island in Australia. Coverage for that will start at 8 PM GMT. And then, as always, Sunday we have got the IMSA Series 16:45 GMT for that. And then the British Sim Racers Mazda MX-5 Cup Series from 8 PM, and the Club 73 Touring Car Championship from 8:30.
Yeah, we're getting a bit busy at the minute, aren't we?
Plenty, yeah, plenty of airtime for us lot, and plenty of good racing as well. Andrew Woodhouse unfortunately can't be with us today, but yeah, he'll be with us for the events over the weekend. Alex, I know I keep putting the question to you, but I've been in the Porsche yet.
Oh, becoming laughable, really, isn't it? So.
Oh, neither have I. So yeah, we're both in the same boat, really.
I've got got 2 more PCs to build for a customer order tomorrow. After I finish this, so I think it's going to be a late night for me tonight as well.
Okay. Well, let's hope this race doesn't turn into a nightmare. That's the best I could do, I'm afraid. Lon Murray starting on pole position, second Josh Fraser. A rookie licence, incidentally, for Josh Fraser, so he must be new to the iRacing service, or unless he's been a naughty boy. Scott Malcolm starting in third, Simon Roden fourth, Stuart Atkinson fifth, sixth John Roberts, seventh Joe McDonald, eighth Roy Ververke, ninth Christian Rose, 10th Mark Woodhouse, 11th Steve Hefford, 12th Pete Newman, 13th Kip Stevens, 14th Gareth Hickling, 15th Jamie Ayres, 16th Richard Gore, 17th Ben Hackerson, 18th is Jack McIntyre, 19th Selin Shepelewski, and 20th Andreas Katz, 21st Andy Scheel, 22nd Lee Berridge, 23rd Stefan Hoog, 24th Alex Walensky, 25th Diogo Melro, 26th Max Wright, 27th Nathan Davies, 28th Dries Nice, 29th Peter Van Gool, and 30th is Alex Lauritsen. I believe Alex, the stewards just went for the first driver that wasn't disqualified, hence Lon Murray being put on pole position. Here we go then.
Green, green, green.
Green lights on and we're away. Lon Murray gets a good jump away from the line. We'll see what second place man Josh Fraser can do. He should slot into second place. Now it's very cool here for race 3. See who can make turn 1. They turn in and they all make it through. Well, the top dozen do relatively cleanly. Looks like everyone else has done so, Alex, as well, going into Druids.
Yeah, it looks good. Just looking at the back of the pack just to make sure, a bit of checking up going into Druids, but everybody around safely. That's what we like to see. Graham Hill, always another sort of like choke point that can usually happen in the first lap, but again, yeah, looks all good out there. That's what we like to see.
Out of Surtees onto the Pilgrims drop straight then towards Hawthorns. Josh Fraser is getting relatively close to Lorne Murray. Murray, who of course crashed out late on in race 1. We'll be hoping not to do the same here today. Everyone else all battling away side by side between Roy Paverke and Steve Hefford going into Hawthorns. Also behind them, Christian Rose and John Roberts. Roberts trying to go around the outside of Westfield. Car off in the background. That's Lee Berridge.
Berridge was joining pretty harsh for a minute. I was like, please, no. Here, a little bit of contact, a couple of cars running a little bit wide. And fairly expected on the first lap, to be honest. As long as there has another, they're not running into each other at this point. It's all good.
Oh, car off Alex Malensky in Sheen Curve. So the race 2 winner. Tell you what, seems to be whoever comes up must come down so far today. Dries Nice won race 1, had an awful race 2, got disqualified, and Alex Malensky hitting the wall early on after winning race 2 here in race 3. Lorne Murray comes across the line and he completes lap 1 and leads.
3 wide into paddock. This is Katz, Hickling.
Oh,
Close to each other there.
Oh
no, he's gone. That was Hickling around, so just lost it. I think he thought he had it, and then all of a sudden the car just went. No one around, luckily. So look at this gaggle going through Druids right now. This is crazy.
Andreas Katz in the mix there. Staying Chepelevsky also there. Mark Woodhouse battling away with Stefan Hoog. Lewis Bibby retiring back to the pits. Problems for him early on. Now going through Surtees then. Nathan Davis also in the mix. Dries Nice also battling away. And then car 6. Who's that? That is Ash Sutton. Sutton, a man on the move. He's trying to get past Richard Gore down the straight. And then he's going to get to Dries Nice. Already gained 9 spots so far, Ash Sutton. I think that makes him the biggest mover through the field. Now going to try and take it away from Dries Nice going into Hawthorns. This is where he met his end in race 1. Oh, Nice nearly loses the car on the exit of Hawthorns, but Sutton's through. Sutton into 23rd place now.
Yeah, right on the tail of Davies as well. You have to feel like Ash is going to try and pretty quick work of Nathan here. Nathan not one to take many things laying down though. So and there's a little bit of contact, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Nathan will happily squeeze you right to the very edges of the circuit. Ash wanting a little bit of room. Problem for Bibby suddenly dropping down the order.
He's in the pits, Alex.
So Davis holds on. Sorry, Katz as well. This looks like another great little battle. Kip Stevens is right there. So around the outside for Katz. These guys have raced each other for absolutely years in the BSR now.
Yeah, Katz aware of what Kip Stevens can get up to. Stevens going for the consistency this season, and it's paying off nicely. Oh no, that's the end of Melrose.
Oh no, he's gone.
It's Melrose.
Eventually,
Oh no, where's Stevens gone?
Yeah, it was Kip. That was the one I was looking at. It was like a pinball in a machine there, just bouncing away down the hill as he got to Graham Hill, just hoping and praying that he could hold on to it. This is not been a great meeting. Let's hope that the car doesn't look like the car's even drivable. I think he's going to retire it.
Yeah, he's heading back up the slip road. What's happened to Scott Malcolm? I'm just trying to find him on my screen. He was third at the start of the lap. He's off. Oh no, what's happened here? Battling with Stuart Atkinson on the replay, Alex, and the two of them come together, and Scott Malcolm's got to sit and watch the whole field go by.
I gutted for him. I didn't.
No, he's got going again. He's in 34th. But yeah, problems for Scott
who's
Malcolm.
that wide? That McIntyre? I think that was McIntyre there in the Alfa Tech car that was just a little bit wide. Very close. Simon corner. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, I was just going to say Katz and that is Christian Rose going side by side down the front straight. He might try and get Simon Roden as well into the first corner. Andreas Katz maybe just too far ahead for now, but Katz through into 10th place.
Crazy close, this battle that I'm looking at. This is between Gore just tagging. I think that was Hackerson that just got turned there, coming down through Paddock Hill there, and spins the car around and carries on, but not what we wanted to happen. And Hoog right in the thick of things here. Chepalevsky, Sutton just got himself disqualified. Oh, 3 wide through 30s.
Oh yeah. Oh hey, cast. Okay. Oh dear, we've had a crash, and it's Savinovic. Wojciech Savinovic. What's happened here?
3 races in a row. Oh, look at the state of the car. I think he's probably done. Yes, he is.
He couldn't avoid that. Jack McIntyre going into. He put 2 wheels onto the grass whilst trying to battle with Dries Nice. That put the car right in the middle of the track, and yeah, Wojciech Savinovic bearing the brunt of the misfortune by Jack McIntyre.
It doesn't matter who you are. Sometimes these things just happen. You know, Woj knows this series, knows how the how these reverse grids and everything work and how they can play out. And reigning champion, you know, even those guys can have, you know, off days and bad luck and things like that. So a lot of new people, of course, in the Formula Renault 2.0. This is like a bit of an awakening to the BSR with this structure with the reverse grids. And well, there you go. There's your ex-champion or your former champion getting involved in a race meeting where he's had 3 DNFs.
Cats versus McDonald, and also in front of them, Pete Newman. Newman got disqualified in race 1, I believe, or it was one of the 2. As Katz goes up the inside of McDonald, and now here comes car 20. That's Jamie Ayres. Andy Shields just been disqualified, I think. He's dropping down the order. No, I think he's just had an off, actually. Yeah, he's had an off through Paddock Hill Bend, and has hit the wall as well.
He is done though. Car is absolutely hammered.
Oh dear, yeah, he's back in the pits
as well. He's around in his boosted motorsport car there as well. Not quite sure what happened to him. See that back on a replay. It looks like it might have been contact, I think. Pushed him out wide.
Atkinson was 3rd as well. I'll tell you what, it's in the same corner where the contact with Scott Malcolm was. The racing gods might have just paid Stuart Atkinson a visit for his comeuppance. And yeah, that will definitely boost his incident points. Joe McDonald's dropping down a position. That's sending Chepalevsky through. And it's all kicking off here. Up the inside goes McDonald. Jamie Ayres might have just been disqualified, actually. Jamie Ayres, where's he gone? I can't see him on the track, and I can't see that he's had an incident, so Jamie Ayres might have just got disqualified.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Nick McCarron around as well in his Lego car. Not having the best of meetings as well. Look like he's too badly damaged, so continues on his way. Whereabouts?
Hoog versus Hoog versus Davis versus versus Rose. Where's Fraser going? Through Paddock Hill Bend there. And Dries Nice might just get past Josh Fraser going into Druids now. Up the inside goes Dries Nice, the race 1 winner. And that is him through. Josh Fraser down to 11th place. Oh no! Hoog nearly turning around Joe McDonald going into Graham Hill Bend.
Everyone surviving this time, no issues.
Hoog disqualified.
Oh, Hoog's gone. Oh god.
Literally spoke too soon now, Alex. There you go. That's all it takes, just a simple off track for someone like Stefan Hoogan. Yep, that is him disqualified.
Daniel Hunt, Ververke, and Richard Gore. That's extremely close. Gore being pushed almost down the back straight. Hunt trying to get him by Ververke. Wants to follow him round, and does. Ververke just lifts, I think, going in there. Just doesn't want any of that. Must be on the limit as well with his incident points, I'm guessing. A few drivers out there. Still 5 laps this race to go. We've only just gone past halfway.
Lauritsen, Wright, Berridge, Bibby, Stevens, Sutton, Savinovic, Melro, Shield, Ayres, Hoog, all out of the race after half of race 3, as Dries Nice goes into battle with Christian Rose into clearways. Dries Nice trying to go around the outside and get what will be 8th position. And just behind him he's got Josh Fraser as well. Don't rule out Josh. And just behind them, Dan Hunt and Richard Gore, the battle that Alex was just talking about. So all bunched together nicely here in the positions outside the top 10 or so. Hunt around the outside of Gore into Paddock Bend. And that is him through. Peter Van Gool seems to be dropping down the order. And I think he might have gone, actually. What's happened? Oh my word, what a huge incident.
Someone's rolling.
Well, let's see what happens here then. Peter Van Gool. Oh dear. That is... Oh. That's unfortunate. Car 45, Rob Graham gets into the back of him. I think it was accidental. That sends Van Gool off into the wall. Who's that coming at a fair rate of knots? It's probably Michael Blake.
Oh, it was Michael Blake, yeah. He was just trying to get out of the way. And poor Van Gool's just trying to move to the right, isn't he? Just to get out of the way, but that's the direction Blake's going, and yeah.
Well, if you want to watch, if you want to see plenty of variety of crashes, then yeah, these 3 races have definitely had them in abundance. So that is Josh Fraser dropping down the order. What's happened to Josh Fraser? He's off in Westfields.
Back around. Bit of a solo thing. Let's have a look. Just bringing it back up on replay.
Well, he was side by side with Dries Nice. Then he gets a visit from car 11. That's Dan Hunt. And does he collect anyone else in the process? He does. That was Joe
So... Well, I'm having a look at this. Fraser actually... There was somebody else who spun in front of Fraser, and that's what caused Fraser to have his incident, so...
Yeah, McDonald, I think. Yeah. Well, we move on then. Battle between Christian Rose and Dan Hunt. It looks very exciting going into Druids. Just under 3 laps to go. Oh, Hunt's nearly losing the car, has to save it on the exit. Correcting the steering wheel and all that. Alex Smolensky also chopping down the order. And Stuart Atkinson as well. Let's see if this looks like... Oh, Alex Smolensky's off in turn 1. Oh, and there's been a crash. Right, so Smolensky... I think we'll have to get the replay up for this, Alex. Smolensky and car 27. That's Josh Fraser again. They make contact going into Paddock Hill Bend. Stuart Atkinson just collects them on the way through, and then he gets disqualified, hitting the wall. And Josh Fraser on his roof. In fact, I think Stuart Atkinson might have got going again, actually. He has, yeah.
Hear the replay with the carnage just as we get there, so yeah, we're about to see it up on screen.
Say that Ben Hackison and Joe McDonald both disqualified on this lap.
On the inside, is he trying to let these guys go, or is he just defending and then gets it wrong? Oh. Well,
there you go. Seems to be getting a lot of Mazda MX-5s flipping over in this race today. And then this is usually when Andrew Woodhouse would chip in and say the racing's been flipping awful. But yeah, 2 laps to go.
The puns are totally on you tonight. Then.
I know. I've got to deliver here.
King of the puns.
Dan Hunt goes through the gravel. They better be careful because yeah, the incident points, it seems to be getting everyone. We've got 21 cars left in this race out of the 38 that started. Oh, well, we've lost another one. Off goes Christian Rose, but he just misses the wall, and he should get it going again. And the car looks relatively clean, so he shouldn't have to worry too much. But yeah, a bit of a scare there. Gareth Hickling and Rob Graham. What's happened to those two? I think it's just connection issues for Rob Graham. But what about Gareth Hickling? Unfortunately for him, I believe it's a disqualification. In fact, actually, it might be a disqualification.
Neeson,
yes, it
Hunt
is.
side by side on the back straight. Hunt on the inside. Nice around the outside. To make this stick. He's wide. You're getting off track there. You've got to be careful. We know people must be on the limit now. 2 laps to go.
Yeah, I can definitely tell you Hickling has been disqualified. What happened to him though? But yeah, Hunt versus Nice going through a Sheen curve. This is over 7th and 8th. 21 positions gained by Dries Nice. 29 positions gained from Dan Hunt. Biggest mover through the field is the car 11. About to start the final lap of the race. Lon Murray, once again the leader, not putting a foot wrong. Started on pole position. Tell you what, it's a rare case on Apex Racing TV at the moment where the pole sitter is actually leading as we start the final lap. Tell you what, if you watch the BSR Formula Renault, no one wants to win from a pole position there. Hunt up the inside then going into Paddock Hill Bend. Will he make the corner? Will Dries Nice fight back? He's going to get a good run on the exit. Be careful, guys. We don't want another 2 cars disqualified. Up the inside goes Dries Nice then into Druids. Hunt around the outside. Dries Nice riding that inside curb. And Hunt going out wide onto the AstroTurf on the exit, down to Graham Hill Bend, and he is through. Goes out pretty wide though, doesn't want to get it off track there. Hunt through then into 7th place, a gain of 30 positions.
Katz is getting closer to Hefford. I'm not sure he's going to get there in time, but last lap he was over a second faster, so he might just make it there. You can see Murray in the distance. No chance of that one unless there's a mistake on the final lap, but Katz giving it absolutely everything. Runs a little bit wide, extending where he possibly can. And 0.3 of a second, you think he's got an opportunity for a move in the final few corners if he can just get a run somewhere.
Pete Newman's been disqualified on the final lap. He lost the car on his own, so he joins the list. But here comes Lon Murray. Katz v Hefford. This is very close going into clearways. We could have a photo finish on our hands here. Is he going to try and get it done around the outside? It's going to be close. Hefford trying to position the car well. It's going to be a photo finish, folks. But it's not going to be a photo finish for Lon Murray. He's been in total control since the start. And he takes the win. Who's going to be second place, though? It is... I believe it's Hefford.
Yeah, it looked like Hefford. Hefford had the inside line. He stuck to the bottom, made the distance as short as possible to the line. And look at this, 2x2x2. No, just 2x2.
The line goes, it's a
oh no, there's another 2 in the background. I wasn't right in the first place. I can count.
Yeah. Well, this series does serious problems for your head, but yeah, we can still count here. John Roberts still finishing ahead of Dries Nice. In fact, Nice did finish. He has exited the session pretty quickly though. Richard Gore 9th and 10th. McIntyre, who's the last car on track then? Is it Steve Richardson? Oh yeah, nice battle here, just going into the final corner. Richardson v Malcolm, and just in front of those guys we've got Rob Graham as well, who had a part to play in the issue with Peter Van Gool earlier on. Graham comes across the line to take 17th place, 18th for Scott Malcolm and 19th for Steve Richardson, and those are all the cars that finished on the lead lap. Quite amazing really, only 19 cars able to do so. Are we waiting for any other cars to come across the line? I believe.
I think that's it now. I didn't have to.
Yeah, it is. I'm only through the finish. I'm only through the finishing order from this second race. From this third race, sorry. Dear me. Lon Murray takes the win then, 2 seconds ahead of Steve Hefford in the end. Hefford was 14 thousandths of a second ahead of Andreas Katz in the end. 4th place for Stelian Chepelewski, 5th Nathan Davies from 27th place on the grid, 37th to 6th for Dan Hunt, brilliant achievement, 31 positions gained. John Roberts finishing in 7th, 8th for Dries Nice, 9th for Jagor, 10th Jack McIntyre, 11th for Roy Verke, 12th Christian Rose, 13th Mark Whithouse, 14th Simon Roden, 15th Nick McCarron, 16th Alex Malensky, 17th Rob Graham, 18th Scott Malcolm, 19th Steve Richardson, and then the car's 1 lap down or more. Pete Newman disqualified, so yeah, if we get a full, he won't be on pole position. That's going to be interesting, Alex. If we get a full, only 19 cars will be reversed. 21st Gareth Hickling, 22nd Joe McDonald. I can tell you which one of these have been disqualified actually as well. Yeah, Newman disqualified, Hickling disqualified, Atkinson also disqualified, McDonald also, along with Josh Fraser and Ben Hackerson. Peter Van Gool out due to his big crash, along with Michael Blake, who we saw rolling over. Stefan Hu got disqualified. We saw him have that momentary off track, which sealed the deal for him. Andy Shield also crashed out early on. Jamie Ayres disqualified. Diogo Melro crashed out. So did Wojciech Savidovic. Ash Sutton disqualified for the 3rd race in a row. Kip Stevens also out, so the king of consistency not so consistent in race 3. Lewis Bibby also crashed out along with Alex Lauritsen, Lee Berridge and Max Wright. And then for the final reverse grid of the evening, we're going to get the grid set for round 32 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship Winter Series, Alex.
Indeed, let's bring the Wheel of Fortune final time tonight. Where's it going to be? So close to a fall the last time, but we didn't quite get it. Let's go for it. Starts to ease off. Gonna miss the fall, that's for sure. I think we could end up back where we were. Will we hit? Stay on 27? No, we don't. We tick over to 24th.
24th is Stuart Axon. We'll see what the organisers do again. But yeah, it's going to be a front row of disqualified drivers.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Like
he's
you
on
said,
pole.
I think it'll probably be 19th, won't it? So
Yeah, so it could, in that case, then we're going to base it on that. It's going to be Steve Richardson on pole, Scott Malcolm second, Rob Graham third, Alex Smolensky fourth, and Nick McCarron will be starting in fifth place for the fourth and final race of the day. Well, so much has happened here today at Brands Hatch at the Grand Prix circuit. You don't want to miss out on what could be just as crazy fourth race. Join me, Adam Bath and Alex Simpson, iRacing World Championship driver, after the break, where we're going to find out what's going to happen in race 4, round 32 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship. You don't want to miss this one.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Nick Candy, what a move! Truex in the outside contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's gonna be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
You join us on the grid then for the fourth and final race of the day here in the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship, round 32 of 48. Adam Baff here again with iRacing World Championship driver Alex Simpson, and also Andrew Woodhouse joining us for the fourth and final race of the day. Scott Malcolm on pole position, Rob Graham starting second, Alex Smolensky third, Nick McCarron fourth, Simon Roden fifth, Mark Woodhouse sixth, seventh, Christian Rose, 8th Roy Verke, 9th Jack McIntyre, 10th Richard Gore. Mr. Woodhouse, I'm going to put you on the spot straight away. Can you pick a winner out of the top 10 there?
Alexander Smolensky, I reckon. If not him, McIntyre.
Winner of race 2, Alex Smolensky. So we'll see if you can back it up with another win in the fourth and final race of the day. Now here come the lights.
Green, green, green.
Runs away for the final race of the day here at Brands Hatch. Scott Malcolm gets away well. Can Robert Graham challenge him at all going into the first corner? Alex Smolensky can definitely challenge Graham. We'll see if Smolensky can get up the inside. Graham to the outside of Scott Malcolm through Paddock Hill Bend. Simon Rosen getting all out of shape. Also Nick McCarron. He's got a good start. He's trying to get past Smolensky up the inside. He's up into second going into Druids. Graham down to third. Mark Woodhouse also up there. And Sutton's crashed, and around goes Roden.
Sutton's crashed. He tried to go through a gap that wasn't there, and he hit Wojciech Savidovic.
Oh God!
Alex, is that the fourth consecutive race now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they've both had issues. Oh, but yeah.
Looks like problem for. Oh, you said Roden, didn't you? Was in issues.
Smolensky takes the lead then. Well, he's side by side with Malcolm anyway. Down Pilgrim's Drop. Is he going to cut back into the slipstream? He will. Is he going to cut to the outside though into Hawthorns? Around the outside he goes.
Oh.
And that is as clean as you like, and it's better than some of the moves we've seen around there today. Yes, Smolensky through and takes the lead.
That's probably as good as you'll see in this MX-5, I've got to say. Fantastic move. It's one of the hardest corners to overtake on as well.
Seen some great moves actually tonight. Oh, Smolensky off. He's going to concede the lead.
Oh no.
Onto his head.
There, and Rob Graham through as well.
Oh no, McCarron on the grass, Smolensky forcing him off there, and McCarron does the sensible thing and gets back on it. Tell you what, it could have been a different driver. He might have just turned in on Smolensky there, but around the outside goes McIntyre.
Got the run. He's going to use the hill to his advantage. Come down from the top of that slope and lie down into Paddock Hill Bend, but he's got the outside line. It's going to be very difficult. Hold that, Smolensky hops the curb. Getting very close. Oh, look at that. Car off.
Reese nice.
Oh, and there's someone even further off in the background. I'm not sure of that one. Oh, it's a crash. The crash at Paddock Hill. Somebody's been in the wall.
Hit Van Gool.
Van Gool's been in there, and someone else.
Fraser as well, I think.
Fraser, yeah.
No.
Fraser's been in there.
Well, Fraser.
The car wide was Stefan Hook.
Fraser and Van Gool both back in the pits. Alex Smolensky still not in the clear yet. He's now getting harassed by Nathan Davis going down the hill.
Was this a bit of a pattern tonight for some of these people who've crashed in this one then, has it?
Yeah. Fraser definitely bad race 3, and Van Gool, he was very unlucky. He was involved in a big one on the front straight. But yeah, here comes McCarron on, and Nathan Davis, Alex, going into Sheen Curve.
Yeah, good move up the inside, and McCarron. So Smolensky, he's got Davis just behind him, but a little bit of a gap now. But we want to try and get by McIntyre. Could be the shouts for the wins from us. But Rob Graham doing a great job from Malcolm under a lot of pressure.
Here comes Jack McIntyre then down the front straight.
Malcolm was defending. He was defending hard into clearways. Oh, McIntyre is wide.
One thing we definitely noticed today is that the drivers are struggling with the 11 incidents. Only 19 cars finished on the lead lap.
Someone's in the fence again.
Hickling and Atkinson.
It's Hickling. What happened? Oh, separate incidents, is it? Yeah.
Atkinson separate.
Completely separate and ended up nearly in the same place.
Frozen cats. They're looking
McDonald's gone as well.
Oh,
And Davis and Malcolm side by side. Davis having a little wiggle. Oh, who was that? That was Dan Hunt as well. He's going to make it 3 wide.
Has it been one of those meetings, gents?
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Joe McDonald was disqualified, by the way. So
That's 3 laps.
oh,
Davis has just hit.
Oh no!
Oh, come on! No! Oh dear. Well,
There you go, Mr. Woodhouse. A glimpse of what
he's
we've
just hit the
experienced.
Scotsman.
Oh, Dan Hunt's still not settled yet. He's got another car up the inside. That's car 2, Andreas Katz.
I don't need to do 4 races. I can just come and have one of these, and there's plenty of action for me.
It's just like copy and paste.
Is that what you've done with Is that what you've done with these highlights? I'm actually watching a replay.
That's it. It's just the same race again.
There we go. Like,
Control
like the Truman Show.
Oh,
Groundhog Day.
Oh dear! I thought there was going to be a quarter panel then between McKerran and Dan Hunt. This is just going to allow Katz to say, "Thank you very much."
That's teammates for you. Have a look
Yeah.
then. Who's that in the 9 car? It's Rose, isn't it? Christine Rose. Oh, off. Oh dear. To Druid. Rose up the inside into Druid. And Nice is coming through.
Nicely won race 1. Tell you what, will you have a look at the finish to race 1 on the Facebook page after the broadcast?
I will indeed. Katz was taking the agricultural line on Graham Hill Bend. Oh, what's that?
Shepelevsky! It's Stallion Shepelevsky!
Thought I saw a flash of blue and white facing the wrong way. What happened to him? On his own, coming out of Surtees.
Yeah, many
Alex,
have done.
he just loses the car.
Many have done that.
Yeah, it can happen. It's a tough old corner.
Oh, it is.
McKerran
hard to
having
get
a
the
look
line
at the
right.
inside of Gort. Ducks back in.
Plenty of drivers have done that today, all in taking various different lines. They all seem to lose the car. As Hefford's under pressure as well from car 53. That is who is that? That's Stefan Hoog going through.
We've already lost a third of the field. Steve Efford was doing his best to answer those numbers a second ago. Most of the pack that's left, all those people who survived, are pretty close together though. The first 15 drivers are separated by only 7 seconds, so...
Hoog v Hefford then, down the front straight. These guys are in 11th and 12th. Hefford's going to the outside, but looks like Hoog's got the move done.
Hoog's had a good lap. He's managed to get past Hackerson and Ververke and Melrose. Sorry,
That's don't worry, that's a car lap down.
Oh, that isn't.
That's Roberts, is it? No.
It is.
It's Roberts.
It is. And he's lost it on the way in and twitched and spins.
Seems to be these corners seem to be catching up the Mazda MX-5s. Now, I was watching the races on Sunday in the MX-5 Cup, and we weren't having this issue. So something
is
must
it
have
very
happened.
cold out there? It's 21 degrees. Thing is, you wouldn't think you'd lose the rear in the cold conditions, Alex, would you? You think it'd be more that
I think
the rear would grip a lot.
Yeah, but you can lose this car quite easily, I think. That's the thing. It does dance around a lot, and you drive it off the corner and it sort of skates around a little bit on you. So it's a tricky car, and you can't have it set up too tight. So just, especially around here at Brands, it would just you'd be very slow if the car didn't rotate off the corner.
Right, it's been a very good season. Oh, Hackerson and Hoog, and that was...
Hefford.
Oh, Hefford, sorry.
Oh,
dear.
Hackerson in the middle of the track. Oh, dear. And,
I'm
that is
sorry, but that's just... I don't know who's dafter, actually. Hackerson for trying to go around the outside, or Hefford for just sort of not... I think Hefford was holding his line, to be honest, though. I think Hackerson's tried to go past on the grass. It's like the Smolenski one, isn't it, last week?
We saw a similar crash in race 2 on the final lap, Alex, between, who was it, Ververke and... No, it was Berridge and Murray, wasn't it?
Yep.
Who
was that
to 18th?
That back
Well, it's McIntyre, it's our leader!
Oh.
McIntyre's gone!
Oh, and there's a CQR car in the gravel.
It's Melrose.
It's
No,
Melrose. You know it was.
It might have been.
It was
Melrose
Melrose.
out as well. That's
It's
it. Retired.
Oh, McIntyre's car
Malinsky takes over the lead. Your pick, Mr. Woodhouse.
Looks like your car is toast. That one is.
Oh, look at this great battle, Cats.
Graham.
Hunt.
What sort of Honestly though, what sort of drugs have this lot been on? Ridiculous.
They've gone for it, I tell you tonight. They really have.
Gone for it. Sometimes I don't feel that bad about my own driving. You know, when I watch things like this.
Maybe they said in the drivers' meeting, we need to provide some crashes today.
I'm glad I turned up for this.
Hunt B. Oh, in the background, Nice is all sorts of all over the place, trying to get past Christian Rose, who had his own disqualification issues earlier on. As Dan Hunt continues to try and get past Rob Graham here. Oh, car off! Possibly.
Oh,
Melrose
no.
no, it's McCarron. McCarron's gone.
Oh,
Disqualified, probably.
damn.
Most certainly.
He's just sat there, but he has retired.
He's just
Oh, back to the
retired.
pits. Back to the pits, not disqualified. But Melrose dropping down the order, I think. What's happened to him?
Okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
And he's alright. He's just ahead of Wojciech. So he was dropping down the order, Adam.
Dan Hunt
He-
around
he
the
was in-
outside of Rob
he's lost-
Graham, guys, into Paddock Hill here.
Oh, yeah.
Melrose lost 10 seconds on that lap. But yeah, it's a
round the
good move
outside.
there.
A good move. Yeah, up into the podium position.
Oh, Graham is fighting back. He slides the car into Druids.
Close to contact there, those two. But yeah, Dan Hunt through.
Yeah, not a bad defence of the position by Graham, but not enough against Daniel Hunt, such a quick driver.
Katz was 0.4 of a second faster that lap. He's 1.4 seconds back from Smolenski. He's got an opportunity with 4 laps to get there, but he's absolutely going to have to nail it. And I think Alex will now know as well, and he'll really start to smash it out there. You know, really push it to the edge, see if he can gain another couple of tenths, because he'll want to hold on to this. 2 race wins will be an achievement tonight.
He'll catch him as it stands and probably pass him in terms of he's got the slipstream on maybe the back straight.
Oh. Air tyre squealing. I thought car was off, but no. Melrose v. Lauritsen. That's a change for position and looks straightforward as well, because Lauritsen's car seems to be nursing a bit of damage. Hickling's just got past Hackerson too. So the struggle is at the back of the field.
Nice is after Rose as well. Very close to him. DQR club car under pressure.
Gore and Hug also in the mix.
Yeah, there's all sorts going on here.
Going for the final corner. Dries and I should get a good run here, because Christian Rose wasn't taking the best line going through clearways.
Well, we see Dries nice in the Rickmatech Sports Car Series here on Apex Racing TV. He's very quick in that. He's down the inside into Paddock Hill Bend. Hops the curb. Pulls the car around. Nicely done. Can he hold it into Druids? Rose is going to try and go around the outside. Not as easy in this Mazda though as it is in the Kia Optima, and that proves it.
Is he going to give up though? Oh, he might. He had a little think about it, didn't he? But as Hug goes past Gore as well in the background.
Oh, they're very, very close, aren't they?
Yeah, Gore's going to have a go back at him. Hug through into 7th place. Nice through into 5th.
0.8 of a second at the front now.
0.4 of a second.
0.4 of a second. That was just that one straight slipstream. The MX-5 is quite handy with the draft. And Andreas Katz, well, it's very good in whatever car he races, really. He's the German.
So far tonight, we've had Sutton and Savinovic crash out of the lead when those two were battling, and they both got disqualified. Race 2, Berridge and Murray crashed out of 2nd place. And one of them got disqualified. So we'll see what happens here in race 4 between Katz and Smolenski. 0.2 of a second, make that 0.1 of a second as we come around to start the penultimate lap. Here he comes then, he's not wasting any time. Andreas Katz out of clearways. Down the front straight we go. He's done a move around the outside at Paddock Hill before. Smolenski won't give in, no. Ooh, into turn 1 we go. Hold your breath, folks. Smolenski's out of control almost. But Katz is through.
Yeah, nicely done. To the front goes Andreas Katz. And
Left a bit of room for margin, didn't he, as well there? Ran a little bit wide just in case. I think he needed it. He saw Smolenski just have that little bump on the curb on the inside. He was like, oh, this could get nasty. So, good overtake there.
Dan Hunt has been lapping quicker than Smolenski also. He was almost a second quicker than Alex Smolensky on that last lap, so Smolensky might have to hold off the attack of Dan Hunt inside the final 1.5 laps hit.
Yeah, but let's not forget that the slipstream really plays a part here, so Alex might be able to stay with Katz now that he's the one getting the benefit of the draft, because like you said, different Alex Simpson said, 0.4 of a second he was roughly catching him, wasn't he? So, and that's about what the draft gives you around Brands Hatch.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. It might just be enough to hold on to this second place. Gap is down to 0.6 of a second, so Dan is coming.
About to start the final lap of the race then. Through clearways goes Andreas Katz now. Gap between him and Stalin Chapelevsky, Alex Smolensky. Why do I keep saying that? Stalin Chapelevsky, speaking of which, he's out. Well, he's off. In Sheen Curve, and he's going to have to get going again.
He spun, as you can see. And he's behind Roberts, who's also had a spin.
Oh, Dan Hunt drifted it down the hill. That's his opportunity for second gone. That will open up maybe just a bit of a last-minute attack, I think, from Smolensky.
It's pretty well held, though, wasn't it?
Indeed. Still there, I mean, he's 0.8 off. If these two do start to have a little battle, then you never know. He might be in prime position just to get the slingshot on both of them.
Smolensky needs to get a good run out of Surtees. Relatively good run. See what the situation is like as off his Hunt.
Absolutely everything.
Coming down the gap, 0.2 of a second. Christian Rosenhug changing positions, but was that it?
No, look at the guys behind them as well. There's 2x2. I know it's not for the lead, but it's a great battle on the last lap.
Oh, Kat's gone wide. Where's Kat's still off. Back onto the track he goes. Smolensky might get a bit of hope here going into Sheen Curve. Kat's all over the place.
He gets the run. He does get the run through Dingledale, and now going to try and set him up. He's got a chance if he can really nail Clark Curve.
Katz might just have this now.
Smolensky's on the grass on the inside. It's not going to be enough, Adam.
Here comes Andreas Katz then. Going to come across the line and going to take the win in race 4. Sliding his car and off into the wall. Second for Smolensky, third for Hunt. Who's going to get fourth? It is going to be Adrian East. He beats Rob Graham on the final lap. Hoog finishing 6th, Rose 7th.
So you could say that's a nice final lap.
Oh, Savidovic v Alex Lauritsen, is it?
That's the one. Close,
but
not close enough, I think.
Lauritsen's got there.
Oh, who's that slow on the line? Oh no,
Atkinson.
Must be a back marker because it's not counting any.
Ben Hackison, very slow, Alex.
Oh no, he was on the lead lap, Alex.
Yeah, you're right. So I don't know what that was about.
I don't know if that was a slowdown or whether he was just letting people through. Maybe some sportsmanship there. I don't know.
I think he's running out of fuel.
Not fuel. Oh, it's an open setup series, isn't it? Of course, the fuel is important. I thought he could just eke that little bit extra out, and obviously not.
No, but the moment he crosses the line, the car gets drive again. So I don't know why he was slow on the run to the line.
Could have been a slowdown then, really.
Yeah.
Unless he cut the course, and you know what, I'm going to go back and have a little look. The only thing I can think of is that he cut the course in the final cut. No, he didn't.
Is he trying to service the penalty, like a penalty from maybe half a lap ago or something before he hits the finish line? You know, it's like when they don't go away. Could be anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit weird, but unless he just felt the need to give places back for some reason. It's strange. Oh well.
Oh, only for the finishing order. Andreas Katz takes the win, then 16th to first. Second for Alex Smolensky. Third for Dan Hunt. Fourth, Dries Nice. Fifth, Rob Graham. Sixth, Stefan Hoog. Seventh, Christian Rose. Eighth for Richard Gorn. Ninth, Roy Verke. And 10th, Mark Woodhouse. 11th for Diogo Melro. 12th, Max Wright. 13th for Alex Lauritsen, just finishing ahead of Wojciech Savidovic. And 14th. 15th, Michael Blake. 16th, Gareth Hickling. 17th, John Roberts. 18th, Ben Hackison. 19th, Stalin Chapelevsky. And 20th, Kip Stevens. 21st, Stuart Atkinson. 22nd, Steve Richardson. 23rd, Simon Rosen, the last car on the lead lap. And Jamie Ayres 1 lap down. 25th, Jack McIntyre. I can tell you who's been disqualified and who hasn't. Jack McIntyre retired from the race, crash for him. Same for Lorne Murray. Nick McCarron also out due to a crash. Steve Hefford as well. Scott Malcolm also out. Nathan Davies and Joe McDonald both disqualified. Josh Fraser, poor run of form for him. Same for Peter Van Gool. 2 races in a row being involved in big crashes. Andy Shield, Lee Berridge, and Ash Sutton finishing in 36th after I believe he was disqualified in the first 3 races and then crashed out in race 4.
He was trying to make his customary moves through the field, and there was nowhere really for him to go. He ended up quarter paneling himself, I think.
Well then, Alex, you've been with me for all 4 races today.
It's those half-wits at the back, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely, yeah. Definitely. Alex, yeah, you've been here for all 4 races, and yeah, we've been saying during the break, I think it's been one of those race meetings.
Yeah, absolutely. Not that it wasn't fun, you know. I mean, we enjoy that sort of a meeting as well. Got to have a chuckle at it sometimes, haven't you? So, but yeah, we still saw some great overtakes and things like that out there. So, and yes, been a pleasure as always.
And Mr. Woodhouse,
Yep.
Yeah, Mr. Woodhouse joining us for one of the races, and I think you saw your fair share as well.
I enjoyed that race, I really did. So, yeah, awesome job, and a terrific end to the evening.
Well, we've got to wrap things up quickly here on Pix Racing TV, so we'll run you through what's happening over the weekend. Saturday then, we will be showing the BSR Kia Cup Series. Saturday night, 8 p.m. GMT. Just before that, at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, it is the Sim Racers Asia Proto GT Championship from Suzuka. Then, of course, Super Sunday, IMSA Sports Car Series at 4:45. Mazda MX-5 Cup at 8 p.m. and the Club 73 Touring Car Championship at 8:30. Well, thanks to Alex Simpson, iRacing World Championship Grand Prix Series driver, for joining me, and to Andrew Woodhouse for joining us for the final race of the day. What a race meeting. Wonder what's going to happen next week when the Mazda MX-5, when the British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship heads to the Nürburgring, the Grand Prix circuit. Make sure you can join us, 8 p.m. GMT next week. From all of us here at Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live, it's goodbye from Brands Hatch. Good night.